What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fishing with Swervin. I am the man, the myth, but not quite a legend, Swervin Irvin. In today's video, if you didn't already know, it's going to be another how-to video. And I got this idea because I was fishing with a friend, and he really liked this rig that I've been using. I use it on the East Coast a lot. Inshore fishing for black sea bass, porgies, flounder, bottom fish, but it works just as well here in Nevada. I was using it at Mead, catching catfish and killing the striper on it. What I'm talking about is a high-low rig. So it kind of looks like this. I got a top hook, a bottom hook, and then my sinker. So like that. I don't know if you can see that, but it does have its benefits, and the benefits are changing out your weights according to current conditions or wind. It comes right off, and then you can change it right on the water. No re-rigging necessary. Same goes with your hooks. If your hook's too big and the fish are just nibbling and stealing your baits or your anchovies, we can easily take this hook off and switch it to a smaller hook. Obviously, again, we're not using big tuna hooks. I'm just doing it for visual purposes. The most beneficial part about this rig is, you guessed it, twice the chance to catch a fish. If you're netting shad, it's really good to live line shad on like a 1/0 circle hook, like a size 1, maybe 2 circle hook, and you just nose hook or back hook the shad. And I usually like to go about maybe a foot from where my sinker would be, and then another foot, foot and a half, sometimes 2 feet from my top one, because you never know where the stripers or bass are feeding in the water column. So you want to have at least a foot differential from your weight to your hook, your bottom hook to your top hook, because it just gives it more of a chance to be in that strike zone. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show you how to do this. If you guys already know this rig and know how to do it, that's awesome, good. If you don't, then this video is for you. And I'll do it slowly, and I'll do it with the camera pointing at me, and I'll do it step by step so you guys can to grasp this. It's not hard at all. It's 3 simple knots to do, and I guarantee you it's gonna double your chances to catching fish. So let's get to it, man. Okay, guys, so I'm using 30-pound green monofilament for visual purposes. Most of you guys out here mostly use braid, so your main line will be braid, and then we attach a barrel swivel to your fluorocarbon or monofilament leader. And this is what we're going to do our rig on. So the first step, I took about 2 or 3 feet of fluoro or mono tag line. And our first step is we're going to be making a loop for our bank sinker. This is the easiest step of all. So what we're going to do is just fold it over like so. So all we did was just fold it over itself. And then I like to pinch it, have about, a decent sized loop like that. And what I'm going to do is just create a loop, and I'm going to go right through it as an overhand knot like that, and I'm going to do it again, so a double overhand knot just like so. Grab it with my finger, start pulling. When you see it kind of make that little crazy 8 shape, you want to wet it and then just pull tight just like that. Now that's going to be for your sinker. So what I mean is, so all we do for our sinker, we just pinch it a little bit, go right through, and go right around your weight. And that's it. And that's going to be our sinker. Alright guys, I'm going to do a voiceover to do a step-by-step here. This is for the bank sinker. So what I did was I folded the line over to create a little loop, and what I'm going to do is just fold it over once, and that is going to be 1 overhand knot like so, and then I'm just going to do it again. So I'm doing 2 overhand knots. That's it.
Just 2 overhand knots, or what they call a surgeon's knot. So once I got it 2 times, I'm going to pull that loop with my finger to get it tight. And once I start seeing that form like an 8 right there, I'm going to want to wet it a little bit and then yank tight. And I'm going to clip off that tag end, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to insert your sinker. I love this rig. It's so easy to change weights and hooks. Just fold it over itself, pull tight, and that's it.
For our first low rig, let me just trim off the excess tag a little bit so it's not in my way. I'm going to go up, like I said, about a foot. And what I'm going to do is create a big loop. Now, however big you want your loop to be for your dropper setup is how big you want your loop, if you know what I mean. So now I have it just like this. And all I'm going to do is run it around itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I leave this open, and I'm going to take this bottom end of my loop and put it right through here. Right through the loop I created. Now you kind of want to grab it with your teeth. To create that big loop, see? And then obviously you want to wet it, but I want to show you guys how it goes. Pull it tight. And that's it. That's our bottom loop.
Okay, from this vantage point, this is how we're going to do our loop for our hooks. We make a big loop, and all we're going to do is fold it over each other about 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5's coming up. Now the bottom end of that loop we created, we want to go right through that hole. Right there, and we're going to grab it with our teeth. Hold both ends of the line and pull a little tight. There's me making a goofy face. Yay. Right before it gets real tight, you want to wet it a little bit. And now we cinch it down. Bada boom. And that's for our loop. That's right.
Now, for our high rig, come up again, about a foot, foot and a half, and repeat the process, guys. Make a big loop, like so. And I'm going to fold it around itself. We'll do it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You hold this open, take the other end of your hoop, and you run it right through there, like so. You grab it with your teeth and pull a little tight, and then this is just going to cinch down on itself. Again, wet it when you're about close to being taut. Bam. And that's going to be our high rig. So now we got our high, our low, and our sinker. And then I take about another 2 feet because I'm going to attach it to my swivel. So I'll take my swivel, go through the eye of your swivel. I just do a uni knot. If you don't know how to do a uni knot, I'll show you right now. So I just went through it, right? So union knot is very strong, very simple, one of the first knots I learned. Might as well show it to you now, right? So all I do is make a loop just like that. And I'm going to go inside the loop. Since it's 30-pound test, I'm only going to do it 4 times. Lighter the line, the more wraps you want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start pulling that. Wet it a little bit. And then cinch it right down on your swivel. And then you do the same thing. This is where you attach your main line, your braided line. And that's it, guys. That's the high-low rig. East Coast style, baby. You know? Friggin' phenomenal. Awesome, awesome rig. Doubles your chances every time to catch fish. Alright guys, I hope that helped you out. You know, I wish someone taught me this when I was a kid. I had to learn it just by watching, you know, and then just trying. Don't get discouraged. I say it's simple because I've been doing it for a while, but it actually is simple. Just keep practicing, keep at it. You know, no one's perfect. You know, I'm nowhere near perfect. I always want to become a better angler, and I like to share what little knowledge I have to you guys. You know, so hopefully this helped you out. You know, if you like it, you know, let me know, and if you use it, let me know how it worked. I'll be really happy to hear from you, and like I hope it does wonders for you guys on your next fishing trip. So that's my take on the high-low rig. Got my barrel swivel right here, my high, my low, and for my bank sinker. Again, I love this because you can switch up anything on the fly when you're on the water. Weather conditions change rapidly, especially out here. The wind turns on a dime. What do they say? The water goes from glass to ass in friggin' 20 minutes, you know? So it's always, and you don't want to be tying rig after rig, you know, and knot after knot in a windy, on a boat when it's real windy or rough out. So this is a great way just to keep one rig the entire day and just change out accordingly. Super simple. Like I said, you take your weight and you just put it right through, and it just folds over itself. That's it. Same thing goes with your hook. This is my low end. Remember, make sure you go through the back end of your hook along the shank. Through it. Fold it over. And pull it tight. And then my high rig. Same thing, make sure you're going through the back end. Once I got it through, just folding it over, pulling it tight. That's it, guys. Bada bing, bada boom. You got your high, you got my low, and I got my sinker. That's what you get when you fish with Swervin', guys. Hopefully this was informative, and I hope to help you out, man. I really do hope this helps you out. And as always, can't wait to see you on the water. Tight lines. Peace.